This right here is my rig. This is where I make all my magic happen with the videos. I've been doing this now for quite a few months. But right here is where I prefer to have my computer set up. Back down in my studio. As you notice, I'm not calling it a production room anymore because I was actually calling it something wrong. You know, it's not a production room. This is my studio. This is where my green screen is. This is where I have this set up at. And I have a little lounge area where I could kind of come up with video ideas. The dartboard. And it's surrounded by all the things I like. Well, the books I only kind of like. But it's surrounded by all the things that makes me happy. You know? So yeah, why wouldn't it be a studio? Not a production room. And as I told you guys many times before, the reason everything's mismatched, because that's how my head is. My head is a total chaos. So why not my studio be a total chaos? But this is where I want my setup to be. Now I'm going to tell you the positive why I want it down here. And I'm going to tell you the negative why it can't be down here. But before that, I need to mark off where my lights are. I need to get some black tape and mark off where my lights are. And I'll tell you why when I get done. Okay, I got my son finishing that out. And the reason I'm putting tape around the legs, because my lights get moved so many times down here for doing different projects, I had to reline the lights up every time I make a green screen video. But if I do it this way, then bam, I got a perfect spot every time. You know, so I should have done this a long time ago. But guys, I used to come down to the production room when I had my laptop. This is where I did all my video work. And it was a lot easier because here's the pluses for being down in my studio. One, is quiet. Two, I could basically play darts, hang down here, and my dog likes to come down here with me. Let's sit over here on this couch. I don't use the couch that often. I usually use the chairs. Oh, this is comfy. I mean, it's quiet. My mind seems to work better down here, and I'll come up with some really good videos. And plus, if I ever used a green screen and I make a mistake and I need to go back and do something else on a green screen, at least I'm already down here. Another reason is when I'm upstairs, I'm limited on when I can upload my videos. I can't do them at night because my living room becomes Grand Central Station. And I'm very limited. And plus, a lot of times when I'm upstairs, I have to use the headsets. I hate headsets, by the way. Despise of headsets. And basically, the last one is perfect down here. This is my studio. I made the studio and hope one day I will have a computer down here. Ever since day one, back a couple years ago when I decided to change this into my studio, I have my computer being down here ever since then. And I even had an idea one day I would have a desktop. I did use the laptop down here, but the laptop went upstairs with me every time I got done using it. Now let me tell you the downside why it wouldn't be feasible at this time to bring my desktop down here. For starters, right now it is 63% humidity right here in my basement. And for any type of computer, desktop, or any electronic, high humidity areas is bad for electronics. Oh my God, you do not want that. The idea humidity, you want it between 30 and 50%. Okay? Now, number two, when I get up in the morning, I like to get on my computer. I like to basically answer comments. I like to make sure my video goes up. A lot of times I like to work on thumbnails, and I like to chat with some of my friends. So, if my computer's down here, my rig's down here, that means I gotta come down a flight of steps, and it's kind of cold down here, which I can have a house coat, and I'd be down here. And, you know, that doesn't seem like that big of a problem, right? But of the morning times, it takes... I have things I need to do upstairs. One of the things was I had to make sure my son gets off to school, but right now his school's here at home. The number two thing is I also make sure my wife gets up to get ready to go to work. And basically, when I'm down here, I am disconnected from the rest of the family, or from the rest of the house. And that's not a problem. That's not really a problem, per se. Because when I'm doing my videos, I like to have it kind of quiet and disconnected. You know, although Stormy's going to be with me, she loves it down here. But that's the only drawbacks. Now, these two drawbacks can be fixed. First of all, I could get a dehumidifier, but you know how much money them things cost? Thought about changing spots for this next clip, but you know what? I'm too comfy. Guys, I've been busting my butt all day. I am tired. So I'm just going to play lazy, alright? But if I could get my hands on a dehumidifier, if it could take the humidity down at least 20 or 30%, then that's the idea perfect. That's perfect. You know, and beyond the rest, you know, all I have to do is adjust my hours, which I was planning on doing that anyway. I probably will need a new computer chair. The chair I'm using right now, I'm sharing with my son. That's why I can't do any computer work at all through the night or when it gets late hours, because my son uses his computer chair on his computer, and we've been sharing the same computer chair. But I would definitely need to get myself a different computer chair. The one I got right here. Hang on, let me show it to you. It may look like it's a halfway decent computer chair, but this thing's old. When I sit in it, it loses air all the time. And plus, it kills your butt. Oh my God, does it kill my butt. But I'll tell you how I got away with that last time. When I used that when I had my laptop down here. I would basically get up and walk around in circles. Yeah, I like to hold the guitar, not the guitar, the drumstick. I have a drumstick I like to hold in my hand because it helps me think. It helps me come up with ideas, and pretty much that's what I would do. But guys, that's my dilemma. I want my rig down here. I want to basically be down here full time in my studio, and this is where I work at. This is where I'm going to be making what I call the magic. You know, but like I said, I gotta get rid of the humidity, and not to mention that, even though summer is upon us, okay, which it doesn't matter the temperature down here because it feels great, but come wintertime, this basement is ice cold. But that could be fixed with a heater. But the problem with that is I gotta make sure the heater don't throw the breaker. Yeah. I can only have so much on that breaker at a time. I'm afraid if I got my heater on, I turn my lights on, it's going to trip the breaker. This is my studio. And this is where I'd rather be when I'm working on, no matter what video I decide to work on. And I'm going to show you what we did on the floor. Now, actually, Damien, you did a better job than I did. Yours looks really good. See, these are my 3 lights, and I actually have more than 3. I have another light above me, and I have another light over here, but I never really needed to use it. And believe me, the dial in my green screen, it's taken a long time, because I had to get each one of these lights separately, and when I move the lights, because I'm all the time moving the lights, because we're doing things down here. And I'm all the time moving the lights, and every time I move the lights, I have to dial it back in for the green screen to be just perfect. As far as my tripod goes, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can move it anywhere. And it gets moved a lot, too. Yeah, if you guys want to see what it looks like, the green screen, there you go. There's the one light I was talking about. But it works, you know? Hey, if it works, it works. I don't know how long my laptop's been out of commission. If you guys remember, my laptop kind of like burned itself up back, well, I'm guessing, you know, it might have been a year ago. I don't know exactly how long. And I had to use my son's computer and do the minimum amount of videos I could possibly get away with, even though his computer actually handled my editor, believe it or not. And I even swore then if I ever got another computer, it's going to be a desktop, and it's going to be right here on my makeshift table. See, I was planning on getting some bricks. I got bricks. I was planning on getting some bricks, stacking them up, and putting a piece of wood right through here for my monitors. And I'd be sitting right here, not in this computer chair, and I would have the keyboard. This thing will not be here, but I have the keyboard, and the monitors would be a pretty good piece away too. But the main thing is I got to control this humidity down here. There's no way in hell I'm going to bring them computers down here, or that computer down here with this humidity. I did a lot of research on that, plus my son, which went to college for computer, he said no, that'd be the worst thing in the world. And plus, there is another issue too. Sometimes my son and sometimes my daughter likes to get on my rig upstairs. They like to play games. That means they will have to come down here, and I'm not so sure if they will like that. You know, Stormy does. Actually, you know, I don't know. I don't think my daughter would like it so much, but I don't think my son would have a problem. Hell, I would come down with them because I could always come down and play darts. But guys, I'm sorry about today's video. I'm just throwing it out there. Leave me comments. You have any other ideas how to get rid of humidity out of the basement besides buying a dehumidifier? You have any ideas for my new dilemma? Because I really want my rig down here. Although I'm probably going to curse myself once it comes down. Like, oh man! Because when I get up out of bed, I'm tired. But one of the things I like to do is drink my tea and chat with some friends and answer comments. Yeah, that's my morning ritual, by the way. But if I got, you know, I did it before though. When I had the laptop, I brought the laptop down first thing in the morning. I had no problems. Of course, that was last summer. Alright guys, that's it. Tomorrow, and the next day, I got some pretty cool videos lined up. And plus, we got another skit we're going to throw at you. That's right, we got another one coming. So until next time, come on! Let's get out of here! You going to go upstairs with me this time? Because when you're down here, you're about as bad as the backyard. Ready to go up? Come on, let's go. Come on. Good girl.